Everybody wants to be happy. They have an idea of what makes them happy. But fantasy often gets confused with reality. Most people fall in love with the fantasy of a person. They are blinded by the good qualities and ignore the bad qualities. They base their thought of them off reality and who they are, but exaggerate it to fit their fantasy, the perfect person. Oftentimes, that person is physically attractive, and people who are attractive get more chances, which leaves the average guy to have resentment. You have to understand, when women are in their early 20s, they are more likely to buy into the smooth-talking party guy. They are more attracted to flashy men with less substance. They are more susceptible to manipulative people. They lack experience. They don't know what a healthy relationship looks like. And this is especially true with females who lack a father figure, because they often crave for male attention. They are more likely to go for men who are physically attractive, even if they don't have the best personality. And they will bridge those gaps with the fantasy that they're with a knight in shining armor. And when you're in love, you see their flaws, but you choose to ignore it. But in the long term, it never works out, because red flags don't go away. They always stay there. You just become less tolerant after the honeymoon phase. When women enter their 30s and dealt with heartbreak from those men and learn their lessons, they come to realize what it takes to build a happy, healthy relationship and have higher standards. This is why older women look for stable men. When they get older, they're less likely to go for the party guy. They start to look for men who have financial stability and a great personality, because that's what it takes to start a family and a happy, successful marriage. And that's why everybody thinks nice guys finish last. It's because they learn from trial and error. A lot of times, women have to go through a lot of bad relationships. Once they gain the experience, then they know what red flags to look out for. Then they start to realize red flags don't go away, and you can't change a person. You can't try to fix them, and you have to accept them for who they are if you really want to be with them. But you only learn that after going through a lot of relationships that don't work out. And I think nowadays, a lot of people in general don't have a good example of what a healthy relationship looks like. They have no one they can look up to. And then when you look at the perspective of men and what nice guys go through in their 20s, most of them spend their 20s getting rejected by women. And that oftentimes leads to self-esteem issues. And they decide they are not suited for a relationship. And that's where red pill guys come from. They start to resent women for their unmet expectations. They think about all the women that pursued bad boys and didn't end up with them, just to end up looking for the nice guys that they rejected. I think a lot of times what frustrates men, especially good men, is they have to wait for women to go through a bunch of failed relationships, to go through all the bad boys, before they decide to settle down for a good man and have to deal with all the baggage, all the trust issues. I think what men want is women who haven't been through a lot of trauma, have a lot of baggage from toxic relationships. Because a lot of times that develops trust issues. And when you can't let go of the past, you bring that into your new relationship. So what could have been a good relationship ends up being ruined by past relationships. So I guess my advice for everybody is, when you get into a new relationship, leave the past behind and treat it like a new relationship. Especially if it is a good relationship. Don't bring trust issues into a relationship just because your ex broke your trust. And just some advice for nice guys and people who are too nice. I think a lot of times you just lack confidence, and that's why you let people take advantage of you. When you think about confident people, if they don't want to do something, they just don't do it. And a lot of times you might get pressured into doing something even though you don't want to, just because you want to be nice. But sometimes it goes beyond just being nice. You want to feel accepted. You don't want them to be mad at you. So you have to build up the confidence to be able to say no and not get peer pressured into doing things you don't want to do. And stop making excuses for people. If you're always there for them, but when you need help, they're never there for you, they're not your friend. They're not someone that you want to be around. And it's bad for your mental health to be around them, because you're always upset, because you know they don't really care about you. They only care about you when they need something. You can be nice to people, but you have to choose who you're nice to. Not everyone deserves you. There's a lot of fake people out there. And when someone does something to you once, when they take advantage of you one time, they will do it again. So you don't want to be around them. When they show you who they are, believe them. Don't make excuses for their bad behavior. That's how you get taken advantage of. You have to surround yourself with good people and good influences. That will make you happy because everybody wants friends that they know will be there for each other no matter what. And that's a part of happiness. And everybody wants to be in a healthy relationship. That's a part of happiness. And everybody wants to be happy, but you have to make good decisions. You are the curator of your world. You have to curate your reality. Who do you want in your life? What type of job you want? What type of relationship you want? It's not just about wanting things. Your actions have to align with what you want. And that's how you achieve success in anything.